Hello, clever people, and welcome to my review for 20th Century Woman. Now that I have gone down to LA, it is time to start reviewing the movies that I saw down there. I went down there for about 3 days, saw quite a few movies, and I have quite a few reviews to get out to you guys. I also have a Rogue One spoiler review and a few other ones coming. So over the course of the next few days, I will be getting a lot of reviews out. This first one is for the movie 20th Century Woman. The 20th Century Woman revolves around a story of a mother viewing her son as he is growing up. It's sort of, his son is, 15, turning 16, he's becoming older, and it's about the mother dealing with that. It's a very, very thin plot, because the movie doesn't necessarily have a plot. It's more about life, and that's what this movie revolves around. 20th Century Woman is very much a coming-of-age movie, and what I really enjoyed about this movie is that it showed the mother's perspective. Typically, when you have a coming-of-age movie, it's that you only see the teenager's perspective, or the kid's perspective. You only see it through their eyes and what's happening. What really made this movie unique from every other coming-of-age movie is how it examined the mother, how it examined her going through what she was going through, viewing life, and not only her, but everyone else in the story. The main character has a friend that is a girl that he sort of has a thing for, but they aren't sure what to do with each other. She was very well fleshed out, and you saw the story from her perspective a lot. There's also Greta Gerwig's character, who's just a person that is trying to go through life, who has a very difficult time with everything, and you got to see the film through her perspective. You got to see the film in very different ways and new forms of light, which was a very, very well done aspect. It wasn't just one way that you were seeing this story. It was multiple ways. Also, I gotta say about this movie that the performances from everyone are fantastic. Annette Bening is definitely gonna get an Oscar nomination for her performance in this. She plays her character fantastically. She is not huge and in your face about it, and she has a lot of very smart dialogue that said by anyone else could come off a bit odd, but the way that she said it, it works and it fits very, very well. Also, it's a very realistic atmosphere, which I really did enjoy. It's a deeply human movie that deals with a lot of human concepts. It deals with growing up, and it was all done very, very well. Add to that some very, very well done humor. Practically every joke in this movie lands. There's maybe one or two that don't land, but coming from a guy that typically doesn't laugh in comedies, I have to say that this was very well done. Is it a dark comedy? Yes, and a lot of the humor revolves around dark things, but it works out very, very well. It's also, the way that it's deeply human is because of the stuttering that the characters do. That sounds a bit weird, but the dialogue was very, very well written. Characters don't necessarily say what they mean at the exact time. They don't say exactly how they feel or anything. They can stutter at times, they can sort of just stop talking because they forgot what they were talking about. Just simple stuff like that really helped this movie become human. The characters, too, are very, very flawed, and that sort of makes them accessible. Because too often in movies, you have these characters that are perfect in every way. They're just great characters that are not flawed in any way, shape, or form. But this movie has characters that are flawed in practically every single way. I mean, just look at Greta Gerwig's character. She's a person that has a mother that hates her, that has all these difficult things going on, but at the same time, she's just trying to live. She's just trying to get through life, which really made this movie relatable. And also, its themes are very, very well done. It's got themes of different generations, how a different generation can view certain things in different ways, how they can enjoy different music, how they can enjoy different things, and the great divide between mother and son. It was a very, very well expressed theme, and for that, I gotta say that I loved 20th Century Woman. Now, if I were to come up with a problem, I would say that it starts to wear out its welcome towards the last 20 or 25 minutes, but leading up to there, I was absolutely loving this movie. 20th Century Woman is a movie that will end up in my top 10 of the year. I loved it in practically every single way, and that is why I give it an 8 out of 10. Alright, that concludes my review for 20th Century Woman. What did you think of this movie? Comment in the comment section below. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.